Hey fam. Um, I just want to talk about how good God is with helping us get through all of the different like trials of the mind and of the like I I've been having trouble seeing clearly some days. Seeing the goodness, and I've let a lot of my burdens kind of run my mind, and I let loneliness and worry kind of encompass my days. But through it all, I've been praying and seeking God, even if it's hard. And even though I felt like I fell short when it came to just really like doing what I thought I should for the Lord and for myself in the Lord, He still keeps coming through and showing up for me, you know? Even when I find it hard to pray and hard to believe because I don't see the immediate results and things don't always go the way that I think they should. Um, he still finds a way to come through and show me that these times when it's hard like that, it's just strengthening my faith, and now that I I am staying on the right path to the best of my ability, you know, um, he just he keeps showing me how strong I am, and kept saying like that's what he was doing, and it was hard to believe it while you're going through it, but the thing is like it's true that you know it might seem hard and it might seem like nothing is going your way, and you might feel like he might be pulling back his blessings. He doesn't. He just wants you to see who you really are, your strength inside. When you're I spent a lot of time being put down as a person, and those thoughts, they still come back to me sometimes, and I put myself down because of them. But he'll remind us that things that people have said to you or about you, they are not who you are. I spent so many years taking care of my babies and caring for their lives, and doing what I could as a mother. And recently, I've had to deal with, you know, being told that I haven't done anything for my children, but this has been my healing period. And God will give you the words to speak in the right season, because although I could have let those words be my story, He reminded me to remind them of all the times that I had been there and I had done everything I could to make them happy. My children, I've taken a year and a half off, not off, but like I've had to take time off from seeing them because I had to build from nothing. And they were in good hands with their father and their grandma and grandmas. And, I had to have a conversation with their father about how, the deception and the lies and the cheating and the secrets and all of that had a part to play in my downfall. And while they have my children, and they take care of them really well, I'd say. My daughter's doing so good in school. My son, he is growing so well too, speaking so much more. They went to this butterfly event recently, or the other day, and it was funny because I had just bought a little butterfly charm. It was a chrysalis, and it had like a little butterfly inside. I bought it the day before they decided to go to that, and he asked to take my oldest son with them when they went. And so I said, yeah, of course, that would be great, because I had to work anyway. And yeah, anyway, so yeah, like, it's not coincidences that these things happen. But I gave her that as a gift, and I knew I was gonna give it to somebody, and I did think about her first. But it's just, after the event we had this discussion, and many times he keeps pointing out how I am not there, and it had to do with like taxes. But we had agreed that I would claim one of them this year, and if it helps me better their situation with me to be able to have them more, then I don't know why they would be against, why he would be against it, you know. And that's what the thing was. But God gave me the words to speak with grace without being too harsh. Whereas in the past, I would have flipped out and just let my emotions ride over me. But instead, God has taught me to lead with truth and not be like foul, you know? Because I don't want to be mean, but we had agreed that I would claim one, you know, this year. And in the past, I've let him have all the control when it came to, you know, taxes and all that. And although I don't, money is not that big of a deal, but it is when it comes to giving them a better situation with me. You can't complain that I'm not with my children and then go back on your words and say that, you know, I haven't been there enough. And if this helps me give them what they need to be with me, because I had to start from nothing, you know, and it took a while to get back to a place where I could do it. And I've always been in a relationship, you know. When I had children, I was with somebody. But now I don't want to be, and I want to just have God, because I don't want any more drama. I'm doing too well just leaning on the Lord. And I don't know if I threw too much info in there, but the point is that God allowed me to speak the truth and get my point across, and it be true. And it's not about the money, it's about the truth and sticking to your words. And you know, if you understand somebody and you say that you're there for them and you're all about love, then you can't just keep reiterating the fact that they're not there. You have to give them grace, you know? And you have to acknowledge your own side of things. I take responsibility for what I did in the past, and I'm trying to be better. And it turned out well, though. After we talked, we came to a good agreement. See, and it just makes me happy to know that God does give us a sound mind. He gives us not the spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind. So if you ever think that, you know, things aren't as you wish, doesn't mean that they're not as they should be. Things, when you walk with God, He will take hold of you, rebuild you, and keep you from acting out of goodness, you know? A lot of people get angry and they want to fight and they want to quarrel because they're living in a mindset of fear. And I really am grateful to God for building my life up to a point where I can talk to the people that hurt me and that I hurt in my own ways, and still have peace in the end. And I don't know what's going to happen next, but I just am grateful for this day and how it didn't turn for the worse. It actually seemed to be a good moment. And I got to see my babies, and they even stuck around, even their dad, you know, and hung out for a minute. And I want to work together with my family, and he's still family, even if we hurt each other and we're not meant to be. I'm loving the fact that God has helped me to see a way to find forgiveness and use my mind for good, not harm. And I mean, I never wanted to harm anybody ever. It just turned out that pain and covetousness, coveting, all that kind of stuff, it really does destroy things. You know, sins are real and they do destroy. Love covers a multitude of sins. So we're all sinners. We all can fall short. But if we walk with God, He will instill us with love and destroy all that darkness, all those things that have destroyed us, you know? Maybe it starts with one person doing the right thing as far as they can before you see change. But you have to see what you can't. You'll see once you do what you can. God's word is true. You know, some days I find it hard to read my Bible because I'm like, I've already read all this. It's not working. But then other days I'll read something in it that speaks right to the situation. And I think when you're in the state of anxiety, fear, all those negative ways, that makes it hard to see the truth for what it is. But when you do cast your burdens on the Lord and you give yourself that grace to just breathe and let it go. Even if it's hard, you have to try to. And continuously keep praying, even when it's hard to do that. Like I found myself like praying and worried while I was praying, and it felt like it was in vain, but it's never in vain. Never. You're always going to have moments where, well, okay, I wouldn't say always. You're going to have moments maybe where you don't see the point in your actions, but there's always going to be an effect, no matter what you think. God's thoughts are higher than ours, and everything we do and everything that happens for a reason, and He works it together because He's the master painter of this world. He's the master weaver. He's the master of everything. It's true. And even when I feel my faith is a little bit weak, He'll bring us back to the grandness of it all. It is so grand. He is grand. He's marvelous, and He's benevolent. He's good. Jesus is good. I'm just happy. And I might not know what's coming tomorrow, but I know that even through all the things that I know I could be worrying about, I'm going to try my best to just give it to God. I have a lot of reasons to worry, but are they really reasons? If God says not to worry, then that's what I'm going to try to do. I've got a lot on my plate, but God's bigger than all the things that my little feeble mind might worry about. And I'm going to just do what He says. Give it to God. I love you all. Hope this helps somebody. Some days I'm like, do I even want to do a video? It's going to be a lot of rambling. But then it's like, nah. There's some little inkling of wisdom somebody could grab a hold of there. But I love you all. I wish you a good day tomorrow, or today, if it's daytime where you're at. And stay blessed. Know that you're loved and you're not alone. Even if it feels like it, you're not. Everything's connected. We're all in this together. Believe that. And just breathe and let go. Let God do His job. And give it to God. When you're worried, give it to God. I love you. Bye.